Good morning. I am headed to a coffee shop and want to talk about a couple learnings about sleep that hopefully might be helpful for you. Let me show you this, what I'm looking at. It's a quick walk, so this video is going to have to be quick. Let me start off by saying I ranked in the top 0.8% of all men between 20 and 30 in the Whoop community, men between 20 and 30. I was 744th out of 91,000 in terms of my sleep score. But the past couple days, my consistency has just gone like this. And I'm staying up later and getting less sleep. And now I'm actually understanding. I'm actually really grateful for this because I'm understanding like what are the problems that come up for people that struggle with getting good sleep. So here's what comes to mind. First thing is routine is huge. If you can have a routine that you lean on, it makes everything super easy because it's not about you stop questioning you stop making decisions and you just do your routine because you do your routine. And so I've been finding I spend past couple nights I've been just like on my phone on the bed, which is not good in the first place, but just like making some notes and reading some articles. And I don't have a wind down routine, so that's the second thing. It's like have a wind down routine where if I rewind back to Kuala Lumpur, I would first of all hang out not in my bed. I would hang out in the common room area, and when about 8 o'clock hits, first of all, I turned my phone onto the sleep routine, so it goes grayscale and dims. That's another tip. Tip number 3. I think probably most phones have this now, like a sleep schedule. Set that. I set that at 8 o'clock p.m. And then when I was like hanging out in the common area, then I would do my meditation, and then from there it's like that is the start of everything else. So actually I have a couple more things I want to say, so I'm going to a coffee shop right over there. So it's like once the meditation starts, like the rest is just routine. It's like meditation and then go back, shower, brush, floss, journal, and then like sleep. Like so, but the issue is starting that meditation. And so I think the earlier that you can do that, the better, because the more buffer time you will have before you actually need to sleep. So the other thing that came to mind is I was going to say, I'll just say it. You need to value sleep. You need to understand the difference between an 80% sleep score conceptually and 100% sleep score. And I will tell you how you can do this, because this is what I did, three and a half years ago. I was struggling with sleep, trying to figure out, okay, well, if I get 7 hours or 6 hours, I don't feel good. If I get 10 hours, that's just too much. So where is the middle ground? And what I did was, over the course of a couple weeks, I tried different sleep amounts. And so, for a couple days, I tried, what does 8 hours feel like? What does 8.5 hours feel like? What does 9 hours feel? What about 9.5? And so I settled on 9 because that was the lower bound of how good I felt. And it also seemed to align with this idea that we sleep in 40 or 90-minute cycles, 45-minute, 90-minute cycles, which I don't know how true that is, but and then 2 years later, when I got my Whoop, it backed up that data to show that like now it tells me I usually need like 9 hours and 45 minutes, or sorry, 9 hours and 15 to 9.5 hours in bed. So that's like starting the sleep app to waking up, because that's different from the actual amount of sleep you get. My data shows I'm typically awake for an hour to hour 10 minutes, like awake. That's not sleep. That's time in bed, not sleep. And that is with going to sleep from like head hits the pillow, 10 to 15 minutes later, I'm asleep. I'm actually asleep. Including that, I'm awake for about an hour 10 minutes. So this is new knowledge that I did not have, that like you're awake for a lot of the night. So I would encourage you to try it. Try out different sleep times. Try 8, try 9, try 10, and see how it feels, and note how it feels. Like, how do you feel? And to me, the difference between getting 8 hours of sleep and 9 hours of sleep is almost like night and day. It's like you wake up 8 hours, I just feel sluggish. I feel my brain is slower. Whereas if I get 100% sleep score, which is usually around 9.5 hours time in bed, I just feel like I wake up and I just have energy, like almost immediately. So I think that was 4 things. And the one thing I'll end on is, I recognize that I am in a position where I don't have I basically have control. I'm alone and have control over my routine. I recognize that some people don't. So just like, you got to work with what you got. Even the other day, I was just about to start my meditation. This was back in Kuala Lumpur. And I met this girl who was started a conversation with me across the table. And she was actually interesting. And I wanted to learn more from her. So we ended up talking, and I continued the conversation for about 45 minutes. And eventually I was like, all right, I gotta go to sleep. But some of those moments are it might actually be worth trading for a little bit of sleep. So I still struggle with that. I don't know, setting boundaries is in there. But anyway, that's 4 or 5 things, some things that I'm learning. Hopefully that's helpful for you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.